So here we are, it's Brian Lacey for MMA Mad, and I'm with Cameron Else ahead of BAMMA 25 and his fight against Ed Arthur. We've just watched the weigh-ins. You've just got a bit of fluids back. There's a wry smile there already. There's a few comments flying here and there. You said this is the night you'll get the best night's sleep. How much are you looking forward to getting into that cage tomorrow?
I'm over the moon. It's finally here. It's been like I said before, it's been a 10 long weeks of like a hard training camp. It's the longest training camp I've ever done. I've always been a guy that I could pretty much get a fight camp in the bag for 6 weeks, and I'm pretty much in shape. So to extend it to an extra 4 weeks, that 4 weeks has been a big step up in camp. And then to add to that, it's not any camp, it's Albuquerque, it's at the renowned gym. I'm under Greg Jackson out there, so training out there with the caliber of fighters, it can be sure it'll be the toughest camp that I'll probably ever have. So it's nice to now finally, it's all done, the final week's done, so the 11th week being back here, this 11th week of just shredding just keeping on top of the weight basically and keeping mentally focused. That, like, now that's out of the way, there's nothing left to do now apart from do what I've said I'm going to do and finish it in one round.
We'll get to the one round finish in a bit, because there's a bit of comments flying backwards and forth at the weigh-ins. There's obviously the history of this fight, but let's talk about that camp, because unbelievable. Jackson Winklejohn out there, been following you on Facebook, Instagram, training with BJ Penn, Holly Holm, people like that. How did that come about? Did you get an invite to go over there? How does that work?
Yeah, well, it was actually my friend Tom DeQuesno was obviously fighting tomorrow for the title. Me and him have been friends for quite some time now. I run a promotion myself on the local circuit, Killer Cam Fight Nights, and I actually scouted Tom. I brought Tom over from France. I built him up on Killer Cam, and basically then pushed him on to BAMMA and Cage. Like, it was between BAMMA and Cage Warriors, and basically given the push, and basically they took him on from me. So BAMMA took him. BAMMA done well with him, and we've always kept in like a good relationship, me and Tom, and I helped him, I scratched his back, I set his path for him, and now when I got signed to BAMMA, he was like, I think you should come out to Jackson Wink, and this is definitely the place to be. So but I got invited out there through him. He obviously put a good word in for me. My last fight camp, it was a bit short notice going out there, but jumping at the opportunity, I'm one of these guys that if I'm going to do so, I'll do it 100%. So if I get given that opportunity, I'll take it. So I went out there, I did just under 4 weeks, so given the altitude out there is a killer, and it really is, like 7,000 feet above sea level. When you think of altitude and you talk about it and you think, oh yeah, would it be hard? And when you turn up there, you're like breathing and you think it's normal, but the moment you work out, you realise, hang on a minute, something's not right. Like, I am fit and now I'm just like in an absolute rag. So it was hard. So the first 2 weeks out there, you're getting over that, and then I had like 2 weeks left to then train, and then I was coming home. So mentally, the first time, it prepared me because I was training with the best fighters in the world out there, and I started to hang with them and started to hold my own. So mentally, I knew coming away from that first camp that I have the tools and I have the hard work and the dedication to get to the top level, and that will be the UFC one day. So mentally, I come away from there mentally strong, and that showed in my last fight. I come back and I got the job done, another first round win over a good opponent. I've heard slow remarks from Ed and other people. They always wanna slate my opponents, but all I'm ever gonna say is if you look at all my opponents, they've all had a lot better records than me. They've all legit guys. They're not bums. They're not cans. So if you probably stack my people I fight and stack it against the people they fight, the guys that I fight, probably all of their wins together will beat most of their records that the guys that they beat. So crack on, carry on slagging off opponents, but that to me just shows weakness in yourself, because if you can't actually sit back and go, hang on, let's work this out, let's talk facts. Cameron does actually talk facts. He finishes all his fights that I've ever fought in and I've ever won, I've won in the first round, preferably under the first minute, apart from the last fight, it took me 2 minutes. Okay, so that's what happens. It's just what happens. It's a repeated pattern with me. Now, I didn't lose at amateur. I had an unbeaten record there, and even my 2 losses, they're to the same guy. And if you're gonna, like, again, like Ed keeps piping up saying, oh, you broke in the Spencer fight. I cut 12 pound in water. Do you know what I mean? I was dead. I was, honestly, that was the worst time of my life. It was horrible cutting that much weight. That's why I'm so good at all my weight cuts now. I don't cut water. I diet pretty much right down to this weight. It's easy for me. To cut to flyweight in 4 days from 65 kg is a big ask. So, given that, what they should be doing is looking at that fight and ask themselves, Spencer Hewitt didn't do nothing to Cameron in that fight apart from take him down. He didn't land one punch from... I think he landed about 2 punches. He's a black belt in jiu-jitsu who couldn't pass my guard. He couldn't do anything. I cut his head open with an elbow and I worked his leg. Do you know what I mean? That was the worst Cameron in the cage that night, and still I couldn't get finished. So, wake up, because if you don't wake up within the next, 24 hours, tomorrow night's going to be a hell of a fucking bad night for Ed, I tell you. Because if he's going to go in there and think he's going to break me like he was gobbing off behind the curtain earlier, saying, 20 seconds, I'll break you within 20 seconds. He was like, you're not... I'm going to see... Like, I think his comment were, I'm going to see you tomorrow. Oh, he's seeing you tomorrow. And, well, obviously, do you know what I mean? I fucking hope we're seeing each other tomorrow. You better turn up. What are you planning? Do you know what I mean? Like, he's stating the obvious. And to me, he's slowly breaking and he's broke. So day at the weigh-ins, he kept running his mouth. And he's saying, I'm not confident. How am I not confident? I'm saying to you now, I'm confident. I'm going to beat you in 1 round. Where's your confidence at? You're saying 2 rounds. So if I'm this guy that is that shit, that crap, don't deserve to be here, not that he's making up the numbers, then why the fuck am I getting told, oh yeah, 2 rounds, 2 rounds I'll get you out there. It should be 2. Where's your confidence at? You're the ex-world champion, and you're saying you can't get out a little bum in 1 round.
You said in a few of the social media posts as well, this fight, it is a big fight for bantamweight. It's an exciting fight, but you said this is the one that is going to give you that trajectory so that you are going towards the title now. Is there anything in Ed, because obviously if you're looking to beat him, is there anything in Ed that you would say you respect as a fighter? His skills, is there anything that you've sort of thought about and that you've had to take into account with the training camp you've had?
I respect Ed as a fighter. There's no doubt in that. Do I like Ed? No. Do I think he's a cocky, arrogant prick? Yes, I do. Now, one thing I've got to be honest about, when you look at an opponent you're facing, like for example when I fought Jay Butler, he's legit on the ground. That's where he gets his wins. He's pretty much a black belt. He's won every no-gi grappling competition in the UK and Europe. He's been the no-gi European champion. What's my strength that everyone sees it as? My ground. So when I was facing an opponent like Jay, I was like, right, I know, like everyone's saying who's got the edge on the floor. Everyone, obviously, a lot of people go off paperwork and statistics, and yeah, he's got more to say that he's better than me on paper. But I know the level of my grappling. Trust me, like I say, I've been to the best gyms and I've submitted some of the best people. So I knew what my level of grappling were, and that's all I care about. As long as I have self-belief in myself and I know what I'm capable of, I laugh at the thought of other people thinking that I'm some pushover. So like when I was fighting Jay, I knew that the one area where it's going to be the toughest for the fight would be the ground. I weren't saying it was going to be easy, but I knew it'd be the toughest. If I kept it standing, it would have been a bit more easier, for example, because Jay's not a stand-up fighter. Everyone knows that. So, but everybody fights to their strengths in a fight. No matter what happens normally in a fight, people fight to their strengths. Like, you could be... If you're a knockout artist and you're knocking everyone out, you're going to keep the fight standing and try and knock everyone out. It's common sense. If you're a grappler and you'll submit everyone, you're going to take him down and you're going to improve your game. Where an intelligent fighter comes into play is that just because the crowd want it or something, doesn't mean you give it to them. You just fight your fight. Now, with me as a fighter, I take whatever's there. I don't shoot in and go for takedowns. If it comes to me, it's there. And one thing I learned about being out of Jackson's, especially with takedowns and whatnot, it's not about forcing the game. You don't force a gameplay. What you simply wait for timings. It's all about timings. When the timing's there, you take it, and that just rolls into your game of martial arts. It's not a matter. If you come out there with a game plan like DC did against John Jones the first time he fought, I'll take you down 100 times. I'll take you down. I'll take you down. I'll take you down. That's all he used to say to John. I am going to take you down. But then, like when I was speaking to John out there, it's the fact that in wrestling you would. But this is MMA. But if you're going to have in your head that you're going to go in there and take someone down, and that's purely all you're going to do, the first thing that's going to pop up in your head when you don't take that guy down is the demon in your head, which everyone's got in their head. And he's going to say, hang on a minute, why ain't we taking this guy down? And now you've got two people to battle. You've got the demon and you've got the guy you're fighting against. And that's why, like, how DC kind of broke. And I believe that with Ed thinks that he's going to come out and I'm going to shoot, and I'm not going to be able to take him down or something. Now, what's going to happen when I come out and I don't shoot? And I carry on standing with him, and then he feels the power of my hands because he wants to slack off the Jay Butler win, but as I say, Jay melted. Jay had a broken jaw and a dislocated jaw from, a few shots? So I know I hit hard. I know I got lead in my hands, and he'll feel that tomorrow. So what's he going to do then? All these things are going to come in his head and go, I haven't actually broke him, and it's going to backfire on him. And I know I've gone way off the question, but I've gone around it. But basically, when it comes to Ed's fighting skill, I don't see a part of his game where I can sit there and go, right, hang on, right, his grappling is better than mine. No, it's not. It's fact. No, it's not. His striking is better than mine. No, it's not. Just because people ain't seen my striking doesn't mean that his is better than mine. Did he get rocked in his last fight? Yes. Couple of times. Does he get hit a lot? Yes, he does. Does he get taken down at will? Whenever Shay wanted to take him down, Shay took him down. Now all of a sudden, Ed's gobbing off saying, what are you going to do when you can't take me down? As if over the last 9 weeks, he's been training in London and he's become a Division 1 wrestler and he's like the ultimate takedown defense master. Like, so has he got loads of knockouts on his record? Does he knock people out, stand up? You tried saying earlier that he's like knocked 2 people out clean. He ain't knocked 2 people out clean. He's got a, TKO. Oh, he's had a doctor's stoppage because he cut someone. That, to me, if I cut someone and the doctor stopped it, I wouldn't count that as a win. Like, the doctor stops it, fight goes on. So I don't even count that as a win. So I think one thing that Ed's got is heart. He doesn't like me. He wants to smash my face in. So that's kind of like a good thing to have when you're fighting someone, because if you don't like them, it gives you that 20% more to really want to go out there and not lose. He's the favourite, so he's got to deal with that pressure. He's the ex-champ. I'm some bum. I don't deserve to be on the card, so the pressure stacks against him more. But he's got a heart. But if I'm wrapped around your neck and I'm squeezing you, your heart don't get you through that. Your heart just sends you to sleep. If you get clips with a few big shots, your heart don't stop your jaw from breaking. So yeah, I get heart's good, heart's great, but I've got a heart. Do you know what I mean? Who does he fight for? What does he fight for? I know what I fight for. I fight for 2 beautiful children. Do you know what I mean? I've got 2 beautiful kids. I've made big sacrifices. I've got a lot to fight for. I fight for a lot of things, and I'm here now, and this is it. So,
you talked about timing, and the timing is getting closer. We're only a few hours away. You'll soon be able to have your pizza, mate, as well. That's going to be exciting for you. Looking forward to that. Big shout out to Papa John's.
I've got to give a shout out to my mate Clay out in Albuquerque. Me and him that used to be our cheat thing every week, pizza, and he recommended this pizza from Papa John's, and man, he's so nice. It's like it's because I love pizza. Like, that's my ultimate junk food is pizza. But the pizza that they do, it's like a thick layer. Underneath the cheese, there's meat. Then they lay the cheese down, and they put more meat on top and a crust. And he said to me, "This pizza is massive, and basically 2 of us won't finish it." I was like, "Yeah, trust me, we'll finish it," and we didn't. And I was like, "That's an impressive pizza." So,
oh my God, I need to go to Albuquerque just for this pizza. That's amazing.
It's Papa John's, so it's Papa John's here. So I'm going to get one.
Superb. I'll be knocking on your door then. That's it, mate. We'll see if we can get through it. Yeah, there we go. So, like I said, we're almost there. Let's just have, before we let you go, and thank you so much for the time, your prediction for tomorrow night. You're saying within 1 round, how do you see it finishing?
I see a round 1 win. I'm going to go off facts, and it'll probably be a submission. Don't think Ed will tap, but he will be snoozing.
Snooze. Oh, my goodness. There we go.
As the hat reads. The joke.
I do love the hat as well. The pizza and the hat get my nod. Can't wait for tomorrow, mate. Good, best of luck for you. This is Cameron Else, BAMMA 25, taking on Ed Arthur tomorrow night.